And we are back, everyone. The DreamHack mobile series here in Sweden. I already said Jönköping once, and now I just said it again, but it's fine. Sweden is where we're at. It's a beautiful view right here, and I am Lisa Malambry, aka Lucy May. We're kicking it off with some Clash Royale. We're into our match number 2, and to continue this on, with me is Coach Corey and Allie Speed. Hello, beautiful people.
Hello.
Hello. Glad to be back on the desk.
Yes, you were backstage just eating all the things.
Just chilling.
Slow down, Corey.
Preparing for the matches.
You didn't have a lot of time, though,
Yeah.
to be honest. That was
True.
That was a pretty quick matchup initially, that
Lightning
first one.
quick.
Yeah, really. Lightning. I see what you did there.
Ooh, lightning quick. And we were just talking about that because there's the lightning and there's zap. Lightning gets you 3, zap
That's
gets
right.
you 1, and the elixir difference.
Different value.
Yes, exactly. And
Always learning.
Always learning. Which you feel is more valuable? Obviously, it depends on whatever else you're playing. But
Right.
would you choose the lightning over zap or zap over lightning and then base it around that? Which one would you choose?
I definitely don't think you can compare them, but you're right that they both reset like things like Inferno Towers, Inferno Dragons. So if you do have a deck maybe like Golem, you probably want at least one of those to be able to.
But
reset
1/6, I believe, elixir
Yes.
for lightning,
Yeah.
and then 2 for the zap.
Big
So,
value difference.
Sure.
right. Would you want another big elixir card in there with the other card you just mentioned, or would you just want to zap?
I would definitely want to try and balance your spell cost. You don't want to
Yeah.
have 2 huge
Yeah.
spells probably
Yeah.
for a lot of different decks. You can go with some smaller spells, like you see a lot of Snowball and Bar Barrel used together. That can work. Maybe if you have a Zap instead, sometimes there's Zap Tornado, things like that.
Well, and their utility is different as well. I mean, Zap, I think, is a little bit better at clearing like swarms.
Yeah.
Whereas Lightning only targets 3.
Oh, yeah.
so
Definitely
it's-
different uses.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Totally,
yeah.
Totally different applications. But both shockingly good cards, if played
Ooh.
correctly.
I like
Hey there.
it.
Yes, cringe with me, everyone.
No, it was beautiful.
Thank you.
We loved it. And we also love these matchups. They're fantastic. Let's take a look at the brackets and how they're going to be going down this weekend. I'm keep saying weekend. Sunday, Monday, you know how it goes. Allie, please walk us through it.
All right, so next up, we've got Schwarzen against Bob the Turtle. And I do believe Bob is well known in the scene here. And came
right.
in through the online qualifier. Schwarzen is going to be our local flavor from our
yeah.
open qualifier. So that's the
Bringing
next
in the heat.
matchup. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Keeping it warm here in Sweden. So whoever wins this next matchup, obviously, will move on to the semifinals tomorrow. And I'm really looking forward to seeing it again. These are really interesting matchups because we're seeing that sort of contrast between, since these are just single-player games here, we're not looking at teams, we're not looking at composition. I mean, we are insofar as there are decks that have to be played here.
Sure, yeah, that's a big fact.
But it's a little bit more pressure. It's a little bit of a different vibe. So if you see somebody who maybe comes in who made it, I mean, they are supposed to be here, they've earned their spot here, it's still just a little bit different. I mean, I don't want to get too crazy here with this whole spiel that I'm giving you because we did just see Tochilovash, I hope I'm saying that right, probably still not saying that correctly, but take out a pro. So really anything is possible. Again,
Yeah.
that mantra, I've said it like 1,000 times today. But I am anticipating seeing these matchups go a little bit differently, and just given the experience in Clash, given these people who have been around, they've been in competition, they know how to deal with the nerves, the lights, the excitement, the pressure. It's a lot different to see solos going against each other versus that team comp, especially when you got somebody coming in with less experience.
Yeah, and here we are.
Exactly.
We're going to be speaking of all the cards that we were discussing earlier, Schwarzen with his first deck coming up. Corey, what kind of deck is this?
All right, well, we saw this earlier with a bit of a mirror matchup. So we got the Goblin Giant and Sparky, the 2 central cards in this deck. You're going to try and use that Sparky, build up a great counter push. It's kind of a slow-moving rolling trash can, people like to say. And it can be very, very strong if you use that well defensively. Try and put it in the back, build it up as long as possible, get a really strong elixir push, and it can be really difficult to stop.
Yeah, and that Goblin Giant is our big boy that we're trying to advance forward, get those couple hits on the towers, tank
Yes.
for our other boys in the back.
Yeah, all the boys in the back. Well, let's see what Bob Turtle has to counter this deck. What he's going to be playing with first up. It is a conquest format, so each of these players brought 3 decks, and they must win with each of them.
I see a Lava Hound. I
Here
see a
we
Lava
go.
Loon.
Lava Loon, old classic deck. This has been in the game, such a central deck for such a long time. And
Tried
here we
and
see,
true.
yeah, I mean, sometimes it's a big matchup factor with Lava Loon, whether it's going to decide how well the match is going to go. And I think Lava Loon is not a bad matchup for Bob right now.
Okay,
I think
against
facing
that.
Sparky, I mean, as long as he can defend. But he can use those barbarians to really surround that Sparky, and that's going to be very difficult for the Sparky to get much value.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll have to see what's going to go down, how it's going to play out. I think I also just got ink all over myself. I did.
Oh.
My pen kind of like leaked a little bit. It's fine. We don't,
Had an accident.
I'm not worried about it. It's fine.
We're just getting excited over here.
We're getting too excited. The hype is real. I'm making a mess over here. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Lava. What? Lava Hound?
Yes, Lava
Hound. You said
Loon. Lava Loon. I combined
Lava
them a little
Loon.
bit.
Why haven't you been seeing it in pro plays as much?
I think it's a risky deck a lot of times because it can get countered. I mean, you're putting 12 elixir down. That's really just offense.
That's a lot.
Straight on the board. So you can have a lot of times people go other lane, or it's going to be hard to build up a strong push.
Well, let's see how that plays out. Corey, Allie, let's get into that first match.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
All right, who have we got? Oh, we've got a mystery player.
I'm just zooming in.
All right, so Schwarzen is. Oh, we're back to us. Hi. Just kidding. That was a little bit of a tease. Don't worry.
Now's the match.
Okay,
though.
now
Don't
we're
worry.
going. Here we go. All right, Schwarzen here on the bottom of your screen versus Bob the Turtle at the top, the veteran. Let's see how he fares.
Just some slow rolling at the start here. Probably both these players want to fill each other out, but never mind. They're starting away.
Yeah, I think Bob's minions made quick work of those shield boys.
Oh, yeah.
And again, we were talking about this before, that little Sparky's not going to target anything in the air, but massive damage on the ground. And the Lava Hound is slowly making his way down to that right Princess Tower.
We'll have to see what sort of value the Sparky can get. But I know this is really good defense so far for Bob the Turtle. He has Zap as well. Man, that Sparky's going to have a rough day.
Yeah, he's going to have a difficult time, I would say, cruising his way to those towers to get some damage off. But the Mega Minion goes down, and here we are, just waiting, biding our time, letting our elixir build up.
Yeah, these decks are going to be pretty different.
Yeah.
Once double elixir hits, especially Lava. Oh, look at this.
There's
Here we have the balloon down. He saw that Hunter being played. He doesn't have many air counters, so he has to throw down a lightning. Never ideal.
No, but I mean, at least it didn't get, well, it did get a little bit of damage on that left tower.
Just the bomb drop, -1 elixir trade, so. But he's getting some Hunter shots as a result.
Yeah, and the tombstone goes down. We're going to see these little skeletons trickling down. Not really anything that the tower can't handle by itself, but it is a distraction at the very least.
Definitely. So we'll have to see. I mean, Balloon right now is going to be out of cycle. So we'll have to see if he's going to be able to cycle. I mean, double elixir's about to start, so by the time it happens, maybe he can get back to it.
Right. So we've got two bad boys flying in on the right side. Actually, a lot of minions coming in, and the balloon.
Here you go. This is going to be tough to stop. This is great defense. So with those minions, Mega Minion, just making work of everything.
Yeah, and the snowball to push him back a little bit, getting that knockback effect there. But
too
even
much.
still, that tower is gonna go down. Bob the Turtle takes out the first tower in double elixir. 35 seconds left on the clock. We're gonna have to see some real work here.
Oh,
from
look at
Schwarzen.
that crown tower going down. This is about to be a 3-crown right here.
That's a GG.
Wow, that's a big GG right there.
That's
well
a big
played.
GG. I think that's our first. That's our first 3-crown that we've seen, I believe.
And that was a pretty quick one. Honestly, as soon as double elixir hit, it was one push.
Yeah, and you talked about that before. You were saying, look, we might have to wait to see some build up there. We might have to wait for that double elixir to hit for this to really be the deck to shine at its maximum. Right. And we saw it happen exactly there, just as you said.
Oh yeah, I mean, once double elixir hit. I mean, 2, it was so difficult there for that Goblin giant deck to really take out the minions. The Mega Minion didn't have any fireball, poison, any spells. Just had lightning. Really, it didn't have any swarm counters.
Right.
Didn't have the stuff to take that out, so it just gave so much defensive value that turned into offense, and we saw the 3-crown.
Yeah, that was just too much air control there coming down, and literally just massive amounts of damage. Hard, as you said, hard to counter, tough to stop. Schwarzen put up a good fight initially, but that first game goes to Bob the Turtle.
That's right, but I mean, that was a bit of a bad matchup maybe, but now that Bob can't play that deck anymore.
Exactly.
So this is where that conquest is not just about winning with one. I mean, you can win with 2 decks and then be stuck with a deck that doesn't match up well versus the rest of the decks your opponent has, and you can be in trouble.
And we did see that a couple of times in Dallas. I know I mentioned before, but because of this conquest format, because they had to submit their decks, the only overlap allowed is spell cards. It's tough. You've got to, I mean, theoretically, it could be 24. I know there are going to be spell card overlaps.
Yeah.
But you've got to build 3 separate decks that are balanced enough, and really, you don't know what's going to happen. You know what other decks you're up against, but you don't know when.
That's
so
right.
You just have to make sure that everything you have.
Until they win, yeah. You won't know.
It's definitely a bit more of a long-term sort of mind game because they can't strategize and change decks mid-competition. So,
All right, well, here we go. All right, look at this. We got the Lumberjack Ram Rider deck from Schwarzen.
so this is, yeah, Schwarzen's second deck here.
And Graveyard Poison out of Bob the Turtle.
And we see a little bandit coming out. She's going to dash around the map, do a pretty little dance, get some damage in. Bar Barrel coming down.
Yeah.
And that Furnace is going to stay up.
Again, I think this is not a bad matchup for Bob the Turtle. We'll have to see how well he can defend those Ram Riders, though. That's what it's going to come down to.
And so he switched decks as well, though.
That's right. Schwarzen did decide to not stick with the Sparky deck.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how... Oh,
Not bad
not quite
defense.
going to make it there, yeah.
Yeah. Down a little elixir, though, Schwarzen. He doesn't have the ice going, but it's probably not going to get much value.
Yeah, but he's just going to take his time. Oh, we've got an Ice v Ice. Here we go.
Could see a Graveyard, but he's just going to play it safe.
Yeah, I think that's probably the smart move for now. Furnace goes down, Bandit out again. Rinse and repeat.
Yep.
The Bar Barrel here.
Making sure
from
that Bandit
Schwarzen.
gets the dash on the Ice Wizard. A little bit extra value. Don't want to waste it on a Fire Spirit.
Yeah, and this Barb isn't going to make it to the tower, but that's okay. Musketeer is out.
That's right. They're just sort of feeling each other out right now, trying to wait for the other to make a misplay.
And this Prince is terrifying, I have to say.
He's got that annoying shield.
Yeah. The shield and that giant mace just does massive damage if he can connect.
Yeah, it is pretty intimidating.
It's actually.
But so is the
visually.
Lumberjack, really.
Oh, yeah.
The Rage spell.
Yeah.
One of the better legendary cards right now, for sure.
Playing against him is literally rage-inducing, so
yeah.
I understand. But there she goes. She dashed.
Infuriating.
Infuriating.
About to get to double elixir now. Not many big plays. Minion other side.
Nothing yet so far. Actually, thus far, towers have been untouched, but it's looking like, yeah, there's going to be a bit of damage here now from Bob the Turtle on that right tower. And on the top left tower, actually, Schwarzen's also taking some hits here. Yeah, chipping away there at that top left tower.
Here's the first Ram Rider.
Will she make it there? Oh,
There's
the tornado!
the tornado. So difficult to get through that.
Yeah.
Especially once double elixir starts. I mean, he's going to be able to cycle to his great defensive card.
But this charge is going to,
majority of the
it's
time.
not going to hit. The minions take down.
Oh, great bar barrel. Keep those minions alive. But a baby dragon in defense, yeah, there's not much you can do.
Yeah. So I think we are going to see, let's see what's...
But here's a tornado, maybe.
Yep,
That's
there
right.
it is again. Will that Ram Rider reach?
Oh, a nice connection from the Rage. Wow.
And still, though, so in the event that there is a tie, which is what we're looking at right here, they are going to replay the match, but only once. So in the next game...
If there's a tie.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sudden death.
Yeah.
If there is a tie, I'm getting ahead of myself here. It's okay. If there is a tie in this matchup, they will replay, but it will be based on tower damage.
That's right.
If we end up in a tie here, a tie situation, but I know I'm getting.
We got 3 minutes.
I know. We got 3 more minutes. Okay.
Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll get another Ram Rider connect.
I'm getting
Here's
too
everyone raged up.
Oh, that NATO again.
But such great defense. I mean,
Yeah.
Ice Wizard, Baby Dragon, NATO, plus Furnace.
I think we've only seen Ram get to the tower once for one hit on Bob. Bob's holding his own right now. He's keeping it together, especially with that tornado just absolutely wrecking
just
all
that
the
one
troops coming
push.
up. Yeah.
Not many graveyards. He's really just playing defensive. We'll have to see if he decides to turn that around at all, or is he going to have the chance? I guess one thing about Bob's deck, it is a little bit low DPS, even though he does have great defensive cards.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see if they. Oh,
Good
that
poison
right,
value.
that tower on the right.
Definitely going to get it done. That's actually a really good graveyard right there.
Yeah, that.
You got to be fairly happy about that.
Yeah. And there she goes. Will the Ram Rider make it this time?
This is going to be a strong
away.
push. That's a good amount of damage. Any sort of connection you got to appreciate. But at the same time, Schwarzen doesn't have any big spells.
No.
So he's really got to get connections to get any damage.
He's really relying on that Ram Rider to make it there, chip away at the tower, but so
Look
far
at that bandit.
Yeah.
That just forced a big elixir advantage for Schwarzen right now. He's up big time.
Let's see what he can do with this. A minute 23 left on the clock. The Barbell. Okay, let's see.
That
I
Marvel
think-
actually got pretty good value. And
Again.
nice defense. Yeah.
The storms keep rolling through. The tornadoes are nonstop. Bandit will take down the Furnace, but the Baby Dargan's still up, coming down.
Yeah, forced to stop the little splash there too.
All right, and here we go. The last chance, this Ram Rider to make it up there.
A minute left. Gonna get raged, but
Not going to reach the tower.
Ice Wizard. Oh, man. Just such a great defensive card. Here's gonna be a graveyard, maybe. A little bit of damage. Nice poison value.
Yeah, still poison coming in there on that bottom right, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
It's gonna get a little chip, but with 40 seconds left, it's not looking like Bob is gonna be able to take this tower. We'll have to see if Schwarzen can push through. I think they're gonna play defensive though.
Yeah, I imagine so. 30 seconds left on the clock.
Definitely looking like it's gonna be a tie.
Yeah. I don't know though.
Anything can
Crazier
happen.
things have happened.
20 seconds left.
But yeah, there's nothing really that Schwarzen can do to get up there every single time. He's either been tornadoed or distracted by the furnace. He's just not been able to seal the deal there. Good damage, but it's just not going to be enough.
That's right.
And there it is. Once again, we see the tornado on the bridge, and that's a GG. I did get ahead of myself, but it did end in a tie.
That's right. You were talking about the tie. You were right.
But
it did end in a tie.
It does. And now, again...
Little foreshadowing, maybe.
Sure. And now I can actually say it without trying to watch the game and having a mouthful and having my brain be in a million places at once. So we will replay this. I believe it is going to be with the same decks. It's just going to be based on tower damage this time. So we're really going to be looking to see if they can focus that damage, get the towers down. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out again, because it really was just kind of a back and forth the whole time. So.
Yeah, and Schwarzen was able to get a couple connections once he got the Ram Rider raged up. He built a bit of elixir lead, got it raged up, strong enough push, but was never really able to get more than 2 hits.
No, and I mean, Bob was just playing patiently and defensively, and it just didn't work out for either of them that time.
Well, such a defensive deck.
Yeah.
I mean, Ice Wizard, Baby Dragon, NATO, plus Furnace versus Ram Rider, that's going to be really difficult to make many connections.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see what they can do. Here we go, replaying the tie here. Schwarzen and Bob, let's see what they can do. Same decks, same situation.
I'm looking to see a little more aggression out of Bob the Turtle here, for his graveyards. I want to see some more graveyards. He can get decent poison value with a lot of his defenses here. Unless maybe Lumberjack is saved for it.
Yeah, true. And I'm rooting for that Ram Rider to finally have her heyday, have her moment to chip away at those towers. I'm praying that she makes it, but I don't see that happening. We'll see.
Such a unique card. Win condition that can also sort of defend.
Yeah, and she can leap over, as you just saw. She's amazing. Similar to Hog Rider, can jump that mid gap, so you can place her anywhere. She doesn't have to go. Oh, okay.
Got a connection.
She goes down, but that's a hit there on that top left Princess Tower. Some damage coming out from Schwarzen early game.
That's right, and we were saying is in the tiebreaker, all that damage matters. Even if you don't get the tower, it's still going to add up.
And Bob is crying.
Sadie let that hit happen.
And there goes the distraction for the dragon. The tower will do the dirty work.
Gonna belch out the fire. For not much.
And that's the thing too, is like a lot of plays that we saw as well were brilliant, really open, just basically tornadoing and forcing an opening of the King Tower to let your towers really do a lot of the defensive work for you, which again, I'm not a pro, I never considered that before, but it's brilliant.
It can be difficult sometimes to get the right angle.
Absolutely.
For sure.
But
if you can do it,
you can
great value.
It is epic. Those two are gonna go down. An all-out ice battle on the bridge. Barb will make it through.
Bridge battle. Trying to get an advantage here, but...
And the rage is down, but I see that the bandit gets the bandit gets the benefit of that. Yeah. Slows her down. A little bit of damage, but she does connect on that tower.
Bob again a little bit late with the play there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Another hit.
I'm not sure if it was he just down too much elixir? I didn't even see. I was watching that bandit dash.
Maybe.
I didn't think he was
just
going to make
late with the play.
Yeah.
Just slightly late. Tried to time it maybe.
All right, let's see here.
Wasn't an ideal play. Ice Wizard in defense versus a bandit, so not exactly what you want to do. But he doesn't have any small skeleton-like cards. That would be great.
All right, the Ram Rider out again. Let's see what happens. The furnace goes down. Distraction.
Yeah, hard to push through all that. And he still has Tornado in the bag if he needs it.
Yes, he does.
But he's got the damage, at least Schwarzen does. No damage, almost no damage, just two poisons.
A little bit there now. We're seeing some poison damage on that bottom left tower here, but...
Yeah, and I really think this comes down to the bandit play from Schwarzen. If he can get some great bandit value, he can turn that into good pushes. We saw that last game I mean, in this game too, where we got another hit earlier on.
And we saw also there the furnace drop in front of the tower.
Yeah,
Are we stopping? Are we trying to distract, stop damage?
That was just a bit of a desperation play.
Desperation move, yeah.
Had to stop the Rim Rider from connecting.
Yeah.
Better there than nowhere.
Poison going down, a little more damage, going to take out, well, at least take down a little bit. Oh, okay, the Bar Barrel's going to finish off the Musketeer, but still, I don't know if that's going to be 2102 to 1774. Schwarzen still with more damage.
Yeah, but I mean, we're seeing Schwarzen keep on applying that pressure, so Bob can't really build up a push to Graveyard. He's just not able to get much damage at all. He's got to start getting some damage here. 2 minutes left in overtime. He's just going for poisons.
Yeah.
I mean, if he keeps doing that, he will eventually take the Elixir lead as long as he defends.
Yeah. I don't know what you would do in that case. I mean, it's like you've got to worry about that, but also you know that you need to get some more damage on that top left tower to secure the victory.
That's right. We'll see if Schwarzen can build up a push big enough.
Okay, and the split here. Ram Rider's going.
But tornadoing this all to his own side is going to stop us from getting too much, I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He's so close. If he can get a hit on this tower.
One more poison will give Bob the damage.
There it is.
Oh, yeah, he got a little belch.
Oh my God, this is so close.
This really can go either way. Just oh, the baby almost connected.
But I think there's also been damage to Schwarzen's right tower as well. There's a little bit of damage on that bottom right.
Just one poison.
Not a lot, but.
Yeah, it's only the damage, most of the damage on one tower.
On one tower, right.
Yeah, so he's going to probably get some poison value here.
Yeah,
just
there it
on
is.
Okay, tornado as well. Trying to stack that poison value.
That's decent for him. Okay, so 1470 is where he's ending up. Bob the Turtle currently in the lead.
Raged, but there's the Dark Prince. Can this get a hit? One hit.
Ram!
One hit. That's going to be enough for the lead, but
Ram
a
connects.
poison will get it back for Bob here.
There it is.
But not much value. Can Schwarzen capitalize on that and push even more? Here he goes.
Here he goes. The second Ram going in. Bar Barrel to counter.
Not a lot of
there.
poison
Oh,
to
the
defend,
Desperate
but
Furnace goes down to distract. She's still going to make it, though.
This might... It is going to be a hit just like that. Not looking good for Robinson. Only 30 seconds left here, and this defense is crumbling now. Some of those poisons just weren't getting enough value.
The dash, the last-minute damage coming in, and a victory for Schwarzen.
Really well played from him. You just saw a lot of patience, defensive plays, stacking up an elixir advantage, and turning it into more and more damage.
Yeah, I felt bad. I feel like Bob knew he was in a bad spot, and he was putting up a good fight. But we saw the tears early on.
Yeah, a couple times early on, just small hit accidentals.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, and it kind of went the way that we saw in that, because obviously that was the tie replay. We did see Schwarzen putting up damage, and it went the same way, essentially. He did do more damage in that first game, so the tie went the way that I guess could be expected. Sure,
yeah, looking back to the first game of that matchup.
Yeah, I think he had 900 on his damage, and I think maybe there was 11 left on Schwarzen's tower. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah,
numbers,
he kept getting some poisons.
Yeah.
But eventually they just started not getting as much value.
Yeah, and you hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
It's okay.
But still, it's 1-1 now.
It is 1-1. We are tied up here in our second matchup of the day at the DreamHack Mobile Series. I'm having a great time. Are you having a good time, Corey?
I'm having a fantastic time. It's so fun to cast these competitive events, see some of the best players in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go toe-to-toe.
And I mean, again, I'm just over here just fervently scribbling down notes, trying to make sure that I commit these plays to memory. Because, like we were talking about earlier, a lot of these decks are standards, things you might see.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not a surprise to anyone who's played Clash a lot, but just learning how to actually play them well.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. All right, here we go.
And we got the Royal Hogs.
Royal Hogs! Ooh, I'm excited. And a little Electro Dargon coming out, Flying Machine, Bar Barrel, Bats.
I feel like this is a pretty good matchup for Bob the Turtle. He's got Baby Dragon, Ice Wizard, Furnace.
And he's on that same
Dark
deck.
Prince, Tornado, Bar Barrel. Those Barbarians and Royal Hogs are going to have a bad time.
Talk to me about the Royal Hog deck.
Well, I mean, it's a deck that's sort of like spell bait, right? They got Royal Hogs, you got Barbarians, and you have the Flying Machine, Zaps as well. All these sort of cards that you might use Poison on, or other sort of swarm targeting cards. trying to get you to bait them out and then try and get value when you don't have it.
Sure. And I know we were talking about before sort of the win condition being necessary. What are we looking at here from Schwarzen? What do you think we're going to end up seeing here early game at the very least?
Early game, probably just filling him out, maybe throw a couple Royal Hogs down. Maybe some split lane pushes, nothing too aggressive.
Look at how scary the Electro Dragon is. There's something just sinister about that. Him and the Lava Hound. I don't know what it is about those cards, but they scare me.
They can get some crazy value sometimes. They really can.
Is Barbarian gonna make it? He will not make it to the tower.
No, yes.
Come on down, baby.
But look, I mean, this is not really the card Schwarzen probably wants to play in defense.
No.
Force the cycle to the better ones.
Yeah.
Small chip, nothing too important early on, but actually that was a 4-ish, well, see how those, oh, it did cross the tower. If that flying machine did not cross the tower, would have gotten so much more value.
And
Close.
this charge is not gonna make it there. Oh, there come the Hogs! They're out!
And the tornado.
They're going hog wild, and they get stopped by the storm, but they will take out that furnace.
But this is gonna be a decent Electro Dragon, perhaps? Gonna hit the tower? It
Oh,
is, so
doesn't
that's
make it
definitely some
furnace.
nice Electro Dragon value right there.
I thought for sure that furnace was going down. It will now, but
Yeah,
the Bats versus the Dragon. Barbarrel coming out on the bridge. Furnace goes down again. And the flying machine is out, drifting away.
again, Bob, I mean, a lot of times we saw these past two matchups, he played this deck, still the same deck. He's just really playing defensive until it's double elixir, and then he starts throwing down a couple graveyards. Let's see if he can get much damage.
Yeah, but again, we hadn't seen him really make use of it, make much use of it. I guess it's because there was too much pressure coming in from Schwarzen. He really he didn't really have a lot of windows of opportunity there.
Right, it's not really an all-in deck. It is a
Right.
big counter push sort of thing. You defend, and you stack up those cards to put up a big graveyard push. That's what he's trying to do, but it's been hard to get it going.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to see what happens here in overtime.
Yeah, and not many Royal Hogs either.
No, we haven't seen a whole lot of them. And I love them. I think they're cute.
Yeah, maybe I would have said, I guess they're kind of cute.
Hey, don't talk bad about my Hogs.
Oh, is he going to poison?
Poison
He is.
on
He got
the-
the flying
yeah.
machine too. Definitely good
Oh,
value.
damage coming in.
Tornado or not needed?
Yeah, Tornado.
Gonna go for it.
Absolutely. Grabs the Dragon, grabs the Hogs.
Just stop a couple hits. Wouldn't have gotten much damage, but you don't want to let it happen.
Yeah, but the flying machine's down. There's the baby dragon. And the Electro coming in. Let's see.
Fighting
if we
at
can
the
make that
bridge.
Push. Yeah.
But still, it goes down.
And the Furnace a little bit farther back. Why would he have made that adjustment?
Well, I think he knows he can tornado anytime.
And there it is.
So perhaps he's just trying to get a little bit easier value there. Keep that furnace alive,
Keep the Furnace alive longer, sure.
get more fire spirits. But I mean, as long as that Electro Dragon's on the field, I don't know how well that furnace is going to do.
Well, I mean, even these guys can be taken out individually by towers. So.
Sure, of course.
But it's just a nice little kind of spam to have going for you.
It is, and look, now he's got double furnace going. This is a lot of spam.
Yeah.
And he can start throwing down some poisons on the tower while he tries to defend those furnace fire spirits coming out.
And again, remember that those furnaces target both ground and air,
Definitely.
which is going to give him some value against the
And
flying.
here we go,
Yeah.
Graveyard coming in, poison follow. Definitely gonna get some value here for Bob.
The
Tornado
tornado.
as well, trying to get that flying machine down. Maybe Baby Dragon Splash on the tower. It is gonna get 1, 2, even
hits.
not 3,
Nope,
but 2.
but 2. Hogs come out distracted by the
Oh,
furnace.
man. But he's got so many answers to the Royal Hog.
Does every time.
I don't know how he's gonna get much damage. Maybe he can get this a draw though. We're starting to run out of time. About a minute left in overtime here.
The Barbarrel rolls out.
Yeah, Dark Prince coming down.
Hogs
Probably
again.
gonna.
Let's see if they'll make it there. I don't know that. Okay, yeah, there again. The furnace coming down to distract. I don't think I've seen a Hog connect to a tower yet. Have we?
Maybe 1 hit, 2 hit,
Maybe 1 hit.
very early on, but not since. Definitely not since. Oh, I think it was mostly the Electro Dragon hit, honestly, though, or
Yeah.
thinking back.
And oops coming out. A wild oops from Bob.
I don't know how he's going to get this damage. 30 seconds left, so we might see another tie.
That's 2 furnaces down. The left one's about to go down, but it's looking like, yeah, we're going to see another rematch here between Schwarzen and Bob the Turtle. That tornado's just been
I mean, it's such a defensive
frustrating.
deck.
It is, yeah. And honestly, he hasn't really been able to do much.
Yeah, here he goes. I mean, he has some value here.
Oh, hang on.
Poison.
That
but
tower.
he doesn't have the elixir.
Oh, no.
Not going to happen.
That's a GG. 5 seconds left.
Had the damage lead, but we're not doing the crown damage winner yet.
No.
Next game.
Next one. So that was the tie. And, well, the second tie in the series.
Second time in the series.
We're going to replay now and see who will take game 3. Again, it's going to be, like we saw before, just that single tower damage.
That's right.
I'm surprised.
Same as last time.
Again, I'm flabbergasted, I guess.
Flabbergasted?
Yeah, as Woody
Little
said
throwback.
earlier. I'm really excited to see these guys coming in and putting up a decent fight here against these pros, against these well-known, these very experienced players.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, both these players bit some competitive experience, but still, lights on, a lot of money on the line. It's always a little nerve-wracking, especially, too, here you're probably getting a little frustrated. Couple ties now, trying to break through. But, I mean, Bob the Turtle, he's really turtling up here.
Oh.
Had to throw it in there.
Oh, my
at some
God.
point.
How much more of these dirty, dirty puns are we going to hear today on the desk? It's
We're not done yet.
unbelievable. No, we're not done yet. We're never done. It's never over.
It's never going to end.
So they're going to replay with those two same decks, and then they've each got 2 decks left because they each only have 1 win, 2 ties. I can't believe that the series is going like this. And now I'm hearing from production we might have to take a brief pause. We're not sure yet. We're not going anywhere just yet, but hang on.
That's right. Hold on to your seat.
Get your clash ready. Anyway, so while we're waiting, why don't we take a look at the decks once again? Well, let's take a look at what we're working with here. So Schwarzen, this is his Royal Hog deck. Now talk me through this. Talk me through this cycle here with the skeletons, the bats, the bar barrel.
That's right. He's got a pretty quick cycle there with the skeletons and the bats, and of course Snowball as well, so we can throw some really low elixir cards out there.
And they're very cheap but effective.
That's right. Very cheap, effective. You can use them defensively. You can throw them with your Royal Hogs as well. And you can cycle back to that Royal Hogs, try and out-cycle whatever defensive cards your opponent might have. Now, if we want to take a look at Bob's deck, we saw he had a lot of great defensive cards.
Yeah.
And that made it pretty hard to out-cycle anything he wanted to do because
Yeah.
Tornado, Baby Dragon,
Tornado.
Ice Wizard, Bar Barrel,
The Furnace.
Poison,
Yeah.
Dark Prince, all of those not bad to good versus those Royal Hogs.
But I mean, the thing is with this, it is, like you were saying, an incredibly strong defensive deck, but he really also just wasn't able to do that damage when it was necessary.
Right. He sort of needed to build up those big pushes, but it honestly never really happened. He ended up maybe stacking up 1 or 2
Yeah, nothing ever really
cards,
came to fruition for him with that. I mean, again, beautifully played defensively, but we just saw twice, I guess. Yeah, twice we saw Schwarzen just take him down in damage alone, so.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how that's going to end up stacking up. Will Bob be a little bit more aggressive or not, just to try and get that damage? And we saw last time with the tie, and he was playing with this deck last time we had that tiebreaker, and he started just going for poison value, sort of gave up kind of on getting much graveyard damage, and really just tried to win almost alone on the poison value.
But it was working for a while. It looked like it was going to be enough.
He was getting value, yeah, and then he started placing higher cards to try and get, make it harder for Bob to get that poison value.
Yeah.
And it just stopped.
Yeah, but Schwarzen was able to just sneak in those sneaky little tower hits and take it.
Just a couple.
Just a couple.
Just add them up. I mean, when you're in the tiebreaker, that's sort of all you need. Just keep on going for small tower damage.
I'm just saying, I'm glad I don't have to do this in the event that I draw, which isn't often, because I always win. I don't. I lose all the time. I just made it to 2,000 trophies the other day.
Oh.
I'm a baby, but I'm very happy.
You're still
got
growing
to a new arena.
and learning.
I'm learning. I'm taking my first steps.
We're learning a lot here today, though.
That's right.
I mean, hey, if you're looking for some good decks, you're going to find them here.
Definitely.
All of these.
Yeah. And you know,
Pro
again,
approved.
some of these are going to be things that we've seen before, but I also know
Sure.
that there was, and I don't know much about this, it was relatively recent. I think there was a card rebalance like right after Dallas. I know that they did change some things. So I wonder if that's impacted sort of some of the meta here, and maybe there have been some small changes to like what you would consider classic kind of deck setups. But I know we'll get. I'm gonna pick Woody's brain a little bit about this too.
Sure.
And see what he can tell me about that, because I know there was a rebalance, and I'm sure that has changed some things. All right. We're getting some information from production.
Interesting. Yeah, so it turns out we're only going to do one sort of tiebreaker, double tiebreaker. So actually, Bob won that last game, and it was straight away to tower damage. There's going to be no more double ties.
Okay.
If any other game, in any future game in this matchup, since we already had those ties, we don't want to delay the match too long, just have too many ties. So because Bob had the tower damage lead, he now has won with 2 of his decks.
Right,
so he has 1 deck left.
All right, 2-1. So that's I think there was just a little bit of we needed to straighten out what we were going to do in the event that there was another tie. And
That's
so
right.
That's it. We've decided now. Here we go. Bob took that one. So we're now going to be moving into game 4. So now it's 2-1.
Yeah, and we're about to get into that right now.
Here we go.
Bob throwing out the kisses, probably a little happy he's got that 2-1 now. But
So talk to me about what Bob is working with here, because he's going to be forced to use his final deck.
that's right. So he's got the old classic Minor Prince Poison. Pretty defensive deck here. Going to go for a lot of chip. Interesting to see bats instead of the spear goblins you often see.
So that
But
would be
still
like
pretty
a
similar
typical
card, though.
sort of lineup there for this deck, as you would see spear goblins versus bats.
I definitely think maybe it's a little bit of preference. I'm not entirely sure if he perhaps played spear goblins off the top of my head in a different deck. Of course, Conquest
Oh,
format, you can't
maybe.
reuse this
Right.
card.
Could be right. That might be why there's a switch there.
Yeah, so this is going to be great poison value right here.
Oh, and the bats stop that flying machine in. Just keep it in the poison and it goes down. That was beautiful. Just
Yeah,
kind of
flying
just
machine. A struggle.
surrounded the flying machine with the bats. Now I think I understand the utility of that
Yeah, so
against a deck like this.
we'll have to see if Schwarzen can outcycle that Inferno Tower. And of
Here's
course,
that
poison
damage
was played as well.
coming in. The miner is out. The bats will counter, but he does get a few hits on that right tower there.
Yeah, oh, missed a little of the bat.
Oh,
but still. And look at that, haven't used the Royal Hug, shot the Prince, but
The
actually
prince
not
gets
bad.
distracted.
And this is going to be great damage for Schwarzen here. He's got a
That's
couple hugs alive, and Bat's adding on.
That's huge.
Oh, he's going to force to Electro Wizard.
Yeah, Electro Wizard's coming out. Bye-bye, Hogs.
But remember, there's no more tie.
That's right. So this
So,
is just tower. This is just
Tower
down to
damage
tower
right
damage.
away.
Yep.
Even if you don't take a tower, that's still really good value. You got to be happy about that if you're
That's huge.
Schwarzen.
866 currently to 1745 is Schwarzen's lowest tower right now. And again, we're not even in double elixir. We're 7 seconds away. So we could
Yeah.
see the tides turn a bit here, but
Definitely, but I mean, this is not really a super good matchup for Bob. I feel like right now he does have the Poison and Electro Wizard Bar Barrel, but Inferno Tower versus Royal Hog sometimes isn't that great.
yeah, but the Barbarian's gonna go down there and help, but the Snowball blasts them away. A little bit more value, a little bit more
There you
time
go.
there for the Inferno Tower. Oh, more hits going on 754. Oh,
Yeah, I
the
think they got
tears
maybe
from Bob.
one hit there, but still,
It's been
I mean, that was a lot of
emotional day.
elixir to defend, and
That's
it
right.
really didn't go that well. And he
No.
cycled back already, that quick cycle.
And there are the
He
Hogs
does-
again.
He does have Inferno Tower, but I don't know. This is going to be a tough defense. Might get a hit. No.
Snowball backs him away. The tower's okay. So the tower stays up, but Electro Dragon is still there.
Yeah, but I mean, still, Schwarzen still has that elixir lead right now.
does.
He's going to cycle pretty fast here.
Oh, and that damage from the Snowball, also taking out the Inferno Tower. Miners coming down from Bob, I think in a last-minute desperation. The poison on that tower as
Oh, he
well. Is
knows.
this going to work?
He knows he can't poison the barbs. He's got to play something else. Doesn't have enough elixir for the Inferno Tower. Is this going to be enough? Can he end the game right here? No.
The
Still,
Hogs.
a little bit more damage. Schwarzen inching closer to winning this game here.
I love the little emotes.
You got to love the emotes.
Gotta love them.
So much emote game potential. He's going to Inferno Tower this one, probably going to defend this push, but can he
Yeah.
build up an elixir lead here?
Not looking good so far.
Forced to snowball, and that
Yeah.
flying machine, just so much value.
Yeah, and the Prince is going to get distracted there. No damage coming into that
here
right
you go.
tower still.
I don't think he has Inferno Tower. That's going to be
Oh,
it.
Yeah, that's it. That tower's going down.
And it's 2-2. Didn't quite have, I mean, the difference in defensive value from Bob's deck with the Minor Prince versus the one before, it was kind of night and day, all the
Oh, yeah.
issues he had.
And now, since we have 2 and 2 for each player, Bob with wins in game 1 and 3, Schwarzen taking games 2 and 4, this is their final decks against each other. So this is going to kind of come down to circumstance and patience and how well
That's
they
right.
play this.
So I think for Schwarzen, hopefully we can show his deck. I believe he's going with the Goblin Giant Sparky deck. I don't.
Let me see. We can do a little process of elimination here. So we saw, what did we see from Bob?
Well, I'm pretty sure he won with the Ram Rider Bandit
Yes.
with tower damage, and then he just won with that deck he just played with the
Yeah,
Royal
so
Hog.
he still has Lava Loon, I think. Bob.
No, Bob played live when
Oh,
that
Bob
was
blew
the
live.
first
You're
win.
right. Sorry. Just kidding.
I'm talking about Schwarzen. Schwarzen, I'm pretty sure, has the Goblin Giant,
Yes.
Dark Prince, Hunter, Sparky deck. And then Bob, I believe, is obviously the deck he just played with the Minor Prince.
I'm excited to see. I'm excited. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here, the decks are here. Look at this. They've got us. They've got our backs. So you're right here. That's the Goblin Giant Sparky. You love to see it. So there's going to be, let's see. That's again a big elixir cost, but you get that kind of added extra value. Typically, when you have somebody like this, when you've got like a giant running forward or anything like that, they can get easily distracted. But having those two guys on the back, sort of chipping away at whatever swarms might be thrown there.
That's right.
It's almost like a little mini push all in one. They've got the tank, but also the kind of the
sort of
support
stops
units on
the
the back.
counter push.
Yeah, exactly.
It does. Although, I mean, Bob's deck can be a pretty quick moving deck. Small strikes, a lot of small strikes. Bob's trying to not let up any towers and have a 1-0 victory. That's going to be Bob's goal.
Yeah.
So he's got to watch out for that Sparky. He doesn't have a zap to reset it. He doesn't have any real swarm cards any ground swarm cards to distract that Sparky. I mean, he does have the Electro Wizard. So that's really going to be his main reliance, and maybe the Bar Barrel as well. But those are going to be his main Sparky stoppers. We'll have to see if he's going to be able to stop any big pushes. He's going to want to try and stop Schwarzen from getting any big pushes. If he gets a Sparky, Goblin Giant, and more going towards his tower, he has Lightning as well. He can Lightning down that Inferno tower, and it's just going to be really difficult to stop that sort of push.
We'll have to see how this plays out. I love it. I love the tension. I love it.
I know.
We're toe-to-toe here.
We saw some kisses from Bob in the last game there. He started off, he was happy about that tiebreaker win.
That's right.
But now,
This is
it's
it.
anyone's game.
It is anyone's game.
Win or go home
And we
right
are
here.
in it. Who will advance to the semifinals tomorrow in Jönköping? We'll have to see.
That's right. I think this is going to be a little bit of a hard matchup for Bob, but
The rage coming out early. First it was tears, now it's just rage. I understand. That's me playing this game. Also.
Oh, yeah.
I get it.
he's going to add value.
Sparky's down. He's cruising around. Prince is coming down the left side here. The bar barrel.
And I mean, Schwarzen even has guards for that Prince
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
This is going to be really tough for Bob. I mean, Bob might get some nice poison value with a lot of these minor plays.
Sure.
But otherwise, it's going to be difficult. Just going to opt Inferno Tower there.
But look at that damage, though, coming out. I mean, that tower's going down right now. That Sparky is just so devastating.
If it connects.
If it connects, right.
That's
if
right.
It connects, if it makes it there.
If once it connects. That's going to be, I assume, Snowball.
All right, and we see the
Must
Goblin
have used it.
going down,
Understood.
Prince coming out to defend, and there's our Electro.
There's a nice lightning
the
value.
lightning!
And this is going to get even more. Oh, that Snowball did not catch the Spear Goblins. He definitely wanted that. This is going to be a really great start for Schwarzen. And this is not even double elixir yet.
No, we're still just in the first minutes here.
Yeah, Schwarzen's deck's just going to get even stronger once double elixir starts.
Miner again on the left side here with the bats to assist. The Snowball pushes
Ooh,
them away,
missed
but still.
A little bit of chip.
Yeah.
Bob's
damage
happy about that, although Bob is down 5 elixir. I'm not sure if he realizes.
there. Yeah. But let's see. That Sparky is down.
And we're about to be
Gonna
a
make
double elixir. This might be a big push for Schwarzen. He's got a
3
huge
seconds
advantage.
away from it. Just 60 seconds left. Here we go.
Goblin Giant Lightning coming out. Oh, look at this. He played it just enough to allow even more time for that Sparky.
Oh, God, it's just such massive damage. A little bit of distraction there with the Bar Barrel. Inferno Tower is down as well.
Yeah, I mean, nice Electro Wizard. Still,
It's not going to make it, though, to the tower.
look at that Sparky still alive.
Still cruising.
Oh, that's some value right there. Didn't get to actually hit there. But still, really good pressure.
I always love to see the Miner kind of wandering down by himself. He looks so out of his element when he's used kind of as
Just
a
walking.
defensive unit. Yeah, he's just slowly
It's like a penguin
sauntering
kind of
down.
going in, meandering.
Big push on the left side. The distraction there, though, from the Goblin. The Snowball to push him away.
Yeah. And he's
Oh, my goodness.
still,
this
he's
is
going to
big
be able to
from
lightning
Schwarzen.
this right here.
Yeah. And he's going to have to. There it is.
Does he have Electro Wizard? He does. So it's going to be a not bad defense, I think. But at this point in the game, this is looking pretty rough. And there you go.
Oh, the tower goes down. Another win for
Look at that.
Schwarzen.
Schwarzen advancing over the pro.
Can we talk about the fact that 2 people who have come in here through the open qualifiers.
That's right.
Have just taken the first 2 games, the first 2.
I mean, this is some
matchups.
great competition. It can be, you don't all, it depends for some of the open qualifiers, but here at DreamHack and even in Dallas as well, both of them, really good competition in person both times. And obviously we're seeing it now with them winning the matches. I mean, they're proving themselves on the stage with the lights on, money on the line, everyone watching.
It's great, and we get to see
Mom
them
watching
face
from
off
home.
tomorrow. Yeah, hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
From home. That was just wild. That was absolutely wild. And the ties coming in, and the fact that we had to end up going to that.
That's right.
The single tower damage.
I mean, just showing how close all these matches were. I mean, obviously went to a full 5 games.
Yeah. It was amazing. I honestly, like I said, I want more games. I want more action. I'm not going to complain about having tiebreakers. I'm not going to complain about having more games and more clash. Anyway, no one cares. We are on stage here with Lucy. Lucy is with Schwarzen. Talk to us. Take us to the underdog, Lucy.
Thanks, Allie. Schwarzen, you're moving on. How's that feel? You can back it up. Come up here. Come up here. Come on. How's it feel?
Amazing. I'm really happy that I can make another step and go to the semifinals.
You were going back and forth, the both of you. It was just as if you were mirroring each other on purpose. You're like, we don't want anyone to win. We're just gonna keep going back and forth. You countered each other so well. What about the decks, each of your decks, was it that kept crushing every push that you guys tried to make?
I think the Goblin Giant deck, because I can a lot of value out of the Prince, and the Inferno Tower can lightning with it. And yeah, I think this is the...
Yeah, you did a really great job because you guys were going into a lot of ties there after the first match, or first game, sorry. And then towards the end, you were able to crush a tower, or at least come on in and take the W for the official win versus having to go for that tiebreaker damage scenario that we explained. So what about your pushes? Were you changing up anything in the end to be able to finally take that tower down?
Before the game started, I think over and thought that maybe I will make a draw and take this rule for the win. But luckily I make it a win before the draw comes.
Yeah, you did an excellent job. Kudos. You should feel so proud, so great for yourself. You're going to be going to the semifinals tomorrow with the big boys. You've got that big smile on your face. I love it. What are you going to do to prepare your decks for tomorrow's matches?
I will practice them tonight or after the DreamHacks. And yeah, I hope the best for tomorrow.
You're going to kill it. I know you are. You're going to be great. Thank you so much. And you all at home, don't go anywhere. We're only halfway through. More Clash Royale matchups after this break.